students that are part of the nationwide Eclipse ballooning project. They've been launching balloons continuously throughout the eclipse, and we're going to be chatting with them live from Iceland shortly. But first, let's learn more about their Eclipse project.
Teams of students from across the United States have a unique vantage point of total solar eclipses, thanks to scientific balloons.
The nationwide Eclipse ballooning project is a NASA mission-like adventure in collecting data from balloons that go high up into the atmosphere.
Started in 2014, the project engages college students and high schoolers in one of two distinct paths.
One is the engineering track that has mostly engineering students that get to tinker on different payloads. And the other track is an atmospheric science track where they'll actually be launching weather sensors to study the impact of the eclipse.
Atmospheric science teams launch helium-filled weather balloons, the same as those used by the National Weather Service, every hour for hours before and after an eclipse. Engineering teams fly larger balloons laden with cameras and experiments they build themselves 100,000 feet up into the stratosphere. From there, they study a variety of things such as incoming cosmic radiation and ozone levels, as well as offering dramatic views of the moon's shadow on our planet.
The project is really a unique one in that it's both an education, but also doing amazing science that's both about the eclipse itself and also the atmospheric response of the eclipse.
Student balloon teams made a historic first during the 2019 eclipse. They measured eclipse-driven atmospheric gravity waves in Earth's stratosphere, or large ripples in the air caused by the temporary cooling due to the drop in sunlight.
What excites me the most about this project is thinking about the experiences that the students have that they'll remember forever.
Talking to us live from Mosfellsbæ in Iceland, we have Jarod and Tessa, who are part of the nationwide Eclipse ballooning project. Jarod and Tessa, thank you so much for joining us. I know you just experienced the total eclipse in Iceland. How was that for you?
It was awesome. I mean, it's definitely cloudy here, which is a shame, but we saw the lights dim. It was almost as if you were indoors and it was just, you were dimming the lights. It was almost instant, which is, I've never been in the path of totality before, so I've never seen anything like that. So it was really amazing.
Yeah, the wind totally stopped. It was windy and then it just stopped. The birds, we had birds flying over us all day and then they just disappeared. So it was a little eerie, kind of creepy.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm so glad that you could experience that, even though, you had cloudy skies. So tell me more about what you've been doing. I see you've got balloons launching in the background. What are you measuring with the balloons in Iceland?
So we have some balloons that are measuring a lot of different things like temperature, pressure, humidity, wind direction, and speed. And this is supposed to gather the atmospheric changes during the eclipse. So normally during the day, air rises until it hits less dense air, and this is called the boundary layer. But during nighttime, when the sun is down, this air stops, and it's called boundary layer collapse. So that's exactly the same thing that happens during the eclipse, and we're using these radiosondes to measure the atmospheric changes, the boundary layer collapse, and then the recovery. And we're in Iceland not just because it's in the path of totality, but also its northern latitude and its shorter nights make a completely different boundary layer. So it's been a really cool opportunity to be able to study that under the eclipse, under this unique conditions.
So you're both college students right now. How long have you been part of the project, and what made you want to join the project?
Yeah, so we started this project at the beginning of June. So we've been working with our teams, respective teams, Tessa at the University of Kentucky, and then my team made up of students from across Idaho. And we've been meeting once a week, doing balloon launches, preparing, and really what got me into it was my ballooning club that we have at the University of Idaho, and we all just, we love the science, we love the teamwork, the team building, and so it's been a lot of fun.
That's great. And so do you have any tips for students who are thinking about joining?
Yeah, so my biggest tip would be to get involved. That was how I learned about this project, was through my club. The professor came to us and was like, hey, there's this really cool opportunity. And so you guys should put an application in. And then also just, what if you have internship opportunities and you see those, just put an application in. You never know what opportunity you could get.
And then also, I would say, if you have a class that you're really interested in, just talk to the professor, see if they need any help on the research, because it really gives you a good opportunity to apply your classroom knowledge to real life scenarios, which you don't usually get in the classroom. And you also never know what opportunities will arise, like going outside the country for the first time like I'm doing right now. So, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Well, best of luck. I know you're launching continuously after the Eclipse as well. So thank you so much for joining me, Tessa and Jarod.